If it's not quite apparent, today's episode is refried beans. Refried beans are a favorite. I always have a few cans in the pantry. A little layer on a taco, inside a burrito. They're just the best thing. Sometimes I just like Mexican rice, refried beans, and some shrimp on top, and a little sour cream thing. It's just like a bowl of goodness. Today we're making them. So here's what they look like. These are pinto beans. Pinto beans. And this is how you start. Before you begin, you dump them all out on a table like this, and you look for either shitty looking ones, look like this, or little stones, and very often in the process, little baby stones can get picked up and put in the pile, and you don't want that. So you make sure they're free of all that stuff. Then you rinse them, get anything off the outside that you don't want, put them in a pot, cover them with at least 3 inches of water, bring it to a boil, turn it down to a simmer, and in 2 to 2.5 hours, they look like this. Which just looks like muddy brown water, but there they are. And you can see the skins are starting to peel, and that's when you either know they're ready visually, or you get a few on the spoon, and then you try them, because, well, there's a good look. You see the skins. Oops, oh, shite. You see the skin starting to split? Mm-hmm. That means they're at the point where they're soft enough, and then you can... Those are the beginning of refried beans. A boring beginning because they don't have any seasoning, any salt, anything like that. So, but those are ready. So now we start to add flavor to them. We're going to begin by sauteing about 1/2 of a white onion in a 1/4 cup of bacon fat that I just happen to have. And why do I happen to have it? I happen to have it because whenever I make bacon, I save the grease, put it in one of these guys once it's cooled a little bit, keep it in my fridge. My mother used to do an MJB coffee can underneath the sink. Way back. Of course, if you didn't have a white onion, you could use a yellow onion. I guess you could use a red onion. But there's just something about the bites, the extra bite of the white onion that makes these so delicious. So let this start to soften in just a couple minutes, and the bacon will melt, the bacon fat will melt, the onions will start to soften, and then... All right, so you can see they're starting to get nicely translucent. They smell amazing from here. So they're going to get 2 things. They're going to get 2 cloves of garlic, or 1 giant, huge-ass one that I don't even know how this is. Wow. That was some garlic, man. Mix. Starts to get super fragrant. And then we add about 1/2 teaspoon of cumin. Lovely smell. If you hate it, learn to like it. And now for the beans. We could take them out and strain them. Here, watch this, Max. Let me make life a little easier. I'll come to you. That way, we'll turn this off. And now we have the beans. We don't need the liquid yet. I mean, a little bit's not going to hurt, but... Might have one more in here. There we go. Okay, so these guys now get mixed. Want to incorporate everything. We haven't added salt yet. We could add a little now. And now we're going to start to mix them. And how are we going to mix them? We're going to use this guy. Look, you could use like a potato masher, boom, boom, one of those things. But if you got one of these around, Why not use it? We're going to be needing to add some liquid, so just let me get a little cup. We've got about half a cup of liquid right now. Now at this point, it's completely up to what you like. If you like them smooth, make them smooth. If you like them super chunky, make them super chunky. But I'm telling you, if you try to use a processor, it's going to be gross. You won't like them. And it's a bigger pain in the ass to clean than this. And look at, this is almost done. I've added a half a cup of liquid. That's it. I'm trying to get most of it, but keep some of it chunky. When I first came from Canada, I remember having refried beans and thinking, wow, that's some nasty looking shit. And now, a bowl of these by themselves makes me happy.
How did we do?
Wow. Tiny bit more. We did really well. All right. And that's kind of it. I don't really have anything. I don't even have a chip or of a cracker bread. I mean, what am I going to put it on? That? No. That's it. But that was the point. The point wasn't to do fancy stuff with it. The point was to show you how to make them. And they're really easy. And you go from these to these in about 2.5 hours. Simple, delicious, super cheap. I mean, I think this amount of beans was like $1. Little bacon fat. What else? I mean, come on. Oh my God, they're so good. Tiny bit of cumin in the back. Make them. Please make them. Huevos rancheros, a little bit on top with some chorizo on some rice. Oh my God. Thanks for hanging out. See ya.